Greetings and salutations. Okay, Kathy, no problem. Well, I guess I better go put all this stuff back then. Um, yep. Welcome to the show. I got a bunch of stuff that I took off of eBay. I'm gonna try and pan it here, and if it doesn't go well, then I got somebody else that maybe you'll want. And probably just list them, put them back up on eBay. But I got a bunch of American Girl accessories like poodle dogs and I don't know the little things you give to your dolls. The yeah, yep, just see them. And I got a lot of paper dolls which I purchased at the last auction because well, paper dolls have done well for me in the past. So hey, Garbage Mo, what's up? Howdy, howdy. I am just flat out hurting today. Getting old, suckos. Of course, I'm elderly adjacent, so you know it's that time when you get AARP stuff in the mail. It's like, woohoo! Woohoo! Well, let's see. Got plenty of stuff. I got stuff for scrapbooking. I've got some announcements for next week. I'll wait for more people to come in before I do that. Uh, yeah, I got some really oldies and goldies in here, and they're all uncut, which means they've not been taken out of the book yet because well, that sucks. But yeah, and I'll be selling them cheap. They're all vintage. Trust me on that. I looked a lot of them up. Some of them are old. So, and let's see. Next week, well, I'm gonna show it again when other people come in. But next week, I'm gonna do a giveaway. So make sure you're here next Tuesday. I'll be giving away this journal. This is brand spanking new. It's got the magnetic cover on it. Plenty of stuff. It's got the little band as a journal should. But this is gorgeous. This is beautiful, and I'm gonna throw it in a giveaway. So yeah, it's pretty. There, yeah, it's it. Show them the receipt. But yeah, nice and gold and B. But that'll be a giveaway next week. And I got some other things here with the brand new. So Miss Punky, how you doing? These are brand spanking new. I paid full price for these at a bookstore. I went to a bookstore and spent half a day in there. I wound up buying some books that were, well, I laid some money down on some books. I paid 30 for one book and 15 for the other, and they were old books. And they've got a collection of old books at this place and old ephemera that's cheap, cheap, cheap. So I'll be probably going back to that place probably once a month, twice a month, and I'm gonna stock up on little ephemera. Like I got this little pamphlet which I left at a friend's house for that person to look at, and it was like Boot Hill Boot Hill tombstones and descriptions of the people. It was, like uh, this guy found shot to death, or it's got the OK Corral guys in there, of course, but there's all kinds like this lady stabbed this lady to death. They're the ladies that work the saloons, right? Or this woman, twice this guy's age, shot this other guy's girlfriend out of jealousy. Just weird things that were on the tombstones, and there's a lot of them in there, and it's really cool, interesting. Or you see, it gives you a glimpse into the past, the 1800s, of the old Wild West, like the movies. Like one of the ladies died of a chloroform overdose that the doctor administers while she was giving birth. So some of them are like, but it's what they had back then was chloroform. So things of that nature. It was pretty good. I appreciate very much, Linda. It is always appreciated. You got your stuff here. Like I said, I'm not rushing you or nothing. Take your time. So, but yeah, I got some. If you ladies like dogs, I've got dogs today. Like, let's see. I know I got a poodle over there. Here's one of the American Girl things I was going to show. Everything's got its original box. This is Sandy the dog. But, here you go. Comes with a little bandana. And I got these fairly cheap, probably a year ago. So I'll be letting them go fairly cheap here. So, yeah. And like I said, paper towels. Whew. Oh, I got my hip bone. Man, it's just grinding on my. So that's what I got going on. Any of you ladies got anything special going on? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Here's one of those things. Okay. Give us a little quiche. What flavor of quiche are you making, Kathy? Yeah, I hear that. I'm getting my gardens ready for spring. I might do some overwintering of like chard. Chard grows really well through the winter. It will not die very easily. Tater tot quiche, or the tater tots with the quiche? I do the typical spinach, typically. Sure, why not? That sounds wonderful. That sounds wunderbar. Still got about 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. Well, you're only next door. It only take me probably about 3 or 4 hours to get there. I know it takes 4 hours to get to Canton. Took that trip 100,000 times recently. Hmm. No Veronica. No Patty. Hmm. Okay. Next week I'm gonna try and round up all my Halloween things. I don't have much. But I suppose I could go out looking for some Halloween things. A lot of them same as last year. If you were here last year. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about paper dolls for a minute. I got a couple of minutes here yet. These are included in ephemera. Ephemera, of course, is just anything paper that really wasn't meant to last. And okay, certain paper dolls do very well. They sell almost exclusively if they're uncut, unless they're really old. Now, I do have some old ones in the back from the 20s, but they've been around since recorded history of like around 1500. So they go back a long ways. And since, let's see, paper was invented like in 100 AD, they've been around probably as long as that because little emperors need something to play with. So, and I bought this at this is something that I'm going to promote this Tuesday, probably next Tuesday if it doesn't sell this Tuesday. But it is the Essential Poetry Collection. It is sealed in plastic. So these are brand spanking new. Okay. And it all the books, the poetry of John Donne, poetry of Oscar Wilde, poetry of Elizabeth Barrett Browning, W.B. Yeats, William Wordsworth, John Keats. I don't care for Keats. Walt Whitman, there you go, Breaking Bad. Emily Dickinson, and Shelley. And there's also a journal in it. Do I see that correctly? Yes, there is. But these are all brand new, and I will be selling these for a lot cheaper than you think, or maybe not. Yeah, my sister goes to Terre Haute like twice a week to work there. Poor girl. There was a this dates me. There's an old movie, Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid, with Steve Martin in it, and the Germans at the end. Well, he thwarts their plans to do something, and except for Terre Haute, and he goes, "Oh, no loss." And that was a joke. Oh, it was funny. I mean, some poetry I liked. I'm not a big it's difficult for me to read now because my brain won't allow me to. I can't stop my thinking while I'm reading, and it makes me read the same stuff over and over, and it's frustrating. So I don't really read much anymore, but poetry sometimes. It is short and sweet. Like I said, there's a few poems out there that are my favorites. Personally, for me, it's not something I would have read to a girl in the past, and uh, yeah, okay. So there weren't too many women I dated that were into wordy things. So uh, I like um, dreams. I've shared that with you guys. That's one that I definitely like. And there are some other well-known poetry peoples where I like some of their writings, but that's it. So, Petty Crane, how are you? How are you? Everybody saying hello. So yeah, that's it. I've got about I don't know, maybe 10 things of American Girl. Like I said, everything's in the box, in the package, because that's how I buy things. That's how things sell better, in the box, in the package, right? I try and get those things. But American Girl is very competitive on eBay, and honestly, I'm just sick of selling it. I do pretty good with American Girl, honestly, but I'm not gonna buy it anymore ever. I don't care if it's free. I don't want it. Ugh, I've been selling them for a long time, and I'm kind of up to here with it. So, and the doll collectors are very picky, extremely picky. Hey, one of his nose hairs is out of place. I want my money back. What? His nose hair. So, whoa. And like I said, I got some brand new books back here. Here's one that has 550 dragon stickers in it. And it's just a little kid's book. All those stickers and pages to put them on. Like I say, these are brand spanky new. I put a little money down on them. I don't care. So let's see. Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to get started. We got a couple of extra people here. As I stated earlier, next Tuesday, about halfway through the show, I will be giving away this journal. You see, it's nice in gold foil with the bee and all the prettiness, and of course, it's got its gizmo in it. It's a magnetic lock, and this is brand new. I purchased this just for a giveaway because you ladies show up every week, and somebody else pops in for a giveaway. That's fine. But yeah, it's brand spanking new, and I will be giving this away if this is something that interests you. So, yep, and I'm going to leave it right here so I don't forget. Right here so I don't forget. Because I often say something and don't follow through with it because I forget. You ladies need to call me out. Say, hey, man, you said you were going to. Oh, yeah. ADHD. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start this show, and we'll start with cheap things. What I consider cheap. Uh, I'm gonna do $5 a pop. on these per. So if you see something you like, let me know. But like I said, these are all vintage. Okay, 70s, 80s. I've got some 50s and 60s too. Like a Donnie Marie in there. This is 1989 by Hasbro. Let's fix the light. Yeah, I know I just hummed that. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so it's Maxi paper doll. There you go. It says a golden book. Here she is. That's the doll. And here's all of her beautiful stuff. She comes with accessories too. Here's that, and even here's a little display stand for her. And even the back page has cutouts with accessories in it, so she can go have fun at the beach. So, paper doll, Maxi. Let's see how many of these I have. If you're interested in that, that's number 23. And before I go any further, all my sales are good for 24 hours. At, I'll just say 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, all sales are off. If you see anything you like, put the number and maybe a brief description in the bottom. And let's see, I will need your name, your YouTube name, if it's different than your actual name, your address, and your PayPal information, which would be your address. If you don't have a PayPal account, you can still use it. I ship through pirate ship like everybody else. Whatever they charge me, I charge you. I don't make any money off of shipping. Yeah, so that's how we work it. I'll ship within 48 hours of the invoice going. Well, after you pay the invoice, I'll ship it typically the next day. But yeah, give me 48 hours to get my stuff together, and that's how we do. So if you're new here, watching on replay, you see something you want, put the number down there and your information, or just send it to me here at my address. As you can see, hardworker107@gmail. I think on the replay it shows up over here. So, yeah, okay. So, number 23, Maxi Paper Doll. I'm going to do a few of these and then I'll run that through. Here's one for the quints. Can't get away from the quints when you go estate shopping or auction. And the quints is everywhere. It's like seeing Shirley Temple stuff or Elvis stuff everywhere. So, the quints themselves are actually cutouts on the cover. And they got all their accessories and themes here. This is 1990 Tyco. There's a couple more kids on the back. Is that right? Oh, there they are. All 5 of them. If you don't know who the quints are, just Google the quints. And like the other one, they've got a display thing here to put them on. $5 if you're interested. That'll be number 24. These are great for any kids out there. I do have some that are directed towards boys. So, yeah. Let's see. More. Yeah, okay. 1992 Deluxe Paper Doll Rock Stars. Look, it's Rick Springfield. Okay. I don't know for sure. Probably not. But there's their clothes, and you can color them how you want. Or they have some that come pre-glammed. A lot of different. This one's got a lot of pages in it. So yeah. Ooh, that's a fancy dress. She's even got a different hairdo. Some things on the back. And here are the dolls. Rock Stars, 1992. If you're interested in that, that's number 35, because who cares about numerical order? All right, I'm going to go ahead and whip one of these out. Like I said, these are brand spanking new. I just bought these last weekend. There you go, 555 Sticker Fun Dragons. Yep, this one's a 2025 book to give you the idea of how new it is. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of sticker dragons. Different kinds of sticker dragons. It even looks like they threw in some knights there. Those are all stickers. And they've got these nice little empty sceneries that you can go stick them on. Sticker Game of Thrones without all the nudity. Yeah. So yeah, these are brand new. I got to be in at $8 on these. But that's 550 dragon stickers for $8 in a brand new book. Yeah, I'd say it's a fair price. If you're interested in the Sticker Fun Dragons, that'll be number 36. Where'd everybody go? If you're interested, this is all for crafting. Yeah. Let's see, that's right. Okay. See if everybody remembers this one. Donnie and Marie. Woo! I used to watch that show. Well, I was about this big, but Paper Dolls. 1977. These are not uncut. However, they are complete. Here's Donnie and his outfit, accoutrement. Here's a little stand to come with him, a little stage. Here is Marie with her stuff. Everything's kept nice and neat. And here is some more their outfits. And that's what's in this. As you can see, it's kind of empty because the dolls were taken out, but it is complete. I've gone through and made sure everything was in it. Again, Donnie Marie paper dolls. If you're interested, that'll be $5. Yeah, I know. Look at those outfits. If you're interested, that's $37 for Donnie Marie. Cruising through. Kind of going faster. You see how much I can get done here. This one's gorgeous. I like this one a lot. Just because it's the 20s fashion, right? 1800s. Oh, let's see. 1999. Barely vintage, but it is. Victorian family paper dolls. And they got the cool outfits. The outfits I like. Of course, cat and dog in there. Well, there's Chester McMailfield. Oh. Now, Artemis is his name, and Adenia is hers. Artemis, okay, that's my next box. Red silk dress, beautiful. Of course, the ladies always have the best fashions. You guys' fashions are kind of, it's a suit. That's nice. Suits haven't changed much. I mean, the cuts and the, things like that, but it's still a suit. Like that. For the kids, this is neat. I love those dresses. Love those dresses. Probably take you a half an hour, 40 minutes to get into one, but hey, I used to go to vaudeville acts. The lady that I dated was into the vaudeville stuff, and I enjoyed it too. And people would dress up in stuff like this. People that had money. So, $5. Each of the books are $5. She's got a lot of dresses, buddy. Well, if you remember Gone with the Wind, the nanny was, had her foot on the back and trying to get her tight right after her giving birth. I mean, it's very much like that, from what I understand. Took two people to get you into those things, shrink you down to a size. Okay. Thank you very much, Patty. I appreciate it. Yeah, all the books are $5, except for the brand new books and the hard or the big books. I'll show you, but those are $8. So the only thing I got going over $10 today are the American Girl things. And I had a pen at one point. Down here. Okay. Thank you very much, Patty. Oh, said I'm just gonna rip through them. All right, $5. This is Victorian paper doll collection. There's the paper dolls, and there's also another one back here. And they all got names, and these are the bases so you can stand them up. But there's plenty of stuff in here. And the stuff in here is still sealed, as you can see. Each one has its own paper doll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 of those in there. Yeah, it says, am I to find 1987. Now, okay. Again, thank you very much, Patty. Pulls one out here. Mitzi and Sissy doll book. This one's from Akron, Ohio. See, and it has, yeah, see, I'd say 70s to 80s on this book. 49-cent stamp. So yeah, this is probably 60s. Mitzi and Sissy. The back is also things. Nice summer dresses for them both. Some long dresses for them both. Wait, what? They forgot to cut the bottom of this page. Okay, well. Anyway, that's Missy and Sissy doll book. If you're interested at all in that one, that'll be number 32. Here's the Alden family. Paper dolls in full color. Billy, Patsy, Susie, Jerry, Bob, and Judy. Yeah. And this one is probably 90 something. Not easy here. 89. The Quins. But here's the front cover of it. And there's the Quins grown up, basically. All kinds of stuff for boys and girls. Okay, somebody's got a clown outfit there. Balls, football, teddy bear there. And yeah, oh, here, look. Cats and dogs. Because, you know, horses and tray thing. Something to play with. If you like the Alden family paper dolls, that'd be the Quince. That'd be number 20. Here's one geared towards guys, and it's pretty thick. It's still $5 though. I'm looking for a date. Look at 1985. Here we go. Legendary baseball stars, paper dolls in full color. But we've got Boston Red Sox, Cleveland Spiders, Cy Young. The ladies have heard about the Cy Young Award, I'm sure. Hello, Jan. How you doing? Here's Honus Wagner. Everybody should know Honus Wagner. Hey, you see the Field of Dreams. They're in here, right? So these are, if you got a boy that feels left out, he wants to play with superstars from baseball. Eddie Collins, George Sisler, names I don't know. Lou Gehrig, I know that one. Babe Ruth, you know that one. And names as such. Pretty thick book. There's some catchers with some different. They do have some different outfits. So I imagine they got traded. And here's a write-up on each of the players here in the back. Again, this is your paper dolls, legendary baseball stars. Plenty of them in there. It's a pretty thick book. $5 if you're interested. That'll be number 19. Numerical order, nah. I'm lucky to have all the numbers. I don't. So here's one. I've got a lot of these, and I didn't bring them all out, so I'm not going to spend all day on these, right? Opera stars of the Golden Age, paper dolls in full color. Oh, this is a Turney book. I know that name. Does a lot of paper dolls. Good paper dolls. Here's some more 1800 stuff. This was published in 1984. Year of my graduation. 19, all right. Look at these dresses. Oh, looky there. She got armor on. That's pretty cool. Opera star. So that's going to be all their opera garb. Figaro, Figaro, Figaro. Yeah, I got you, Linda. Here is some. I try and get it closer, but I can't see through the book. I should have another camera over here. That's what I should have. I guess I'll work on that for next week so I can see what I'm showing you. And here's some guys. Anyway, there's lots of these in there. Like I said, it's Opera Star, so they're all in various time periods. Some of them dressed up like gods. They have Brunhild. Brunhild, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit. Yeah. Yeah, the right childhood, right? Anyway, if you're interested in opera stars, that'll be number 18. And I need to pull 19 for Linda. Okay, I got you, Linda. Yeah, you might see number 19 again. Ow, ooh, ooh. I got another one in there that's geared towards guys. boys. Oh. Mm. Oh, I might not have brought it out. Okay, so this one's entitled Victorian Ornaments. Paper dolls. Um, yeah, it says you're going to need needles, straight pins, wooden toothpicks, cardboard, working surface. Anyway, these are a little more elaborate. So it's more like a to-do book. And you're making these things here. Okay, well, now my hand started doing that thing. We got but yeah, there you go. Anyway, it's taking off all the fashions of the girls here on the front. Eleven full-color reproductions are recreated in the luminous shades of the captivating 19th century ephemera. Clear instructions allow you to make these charming toys exactly as shown or simply use basic patterns and alternate suggestions to create your own personal versions. Yeah. But there you go. If you're interested at all in this, it's 5 and yeah, I already used that number. That'll be lucky number 13. Oh my God, the hand with the cramping. What the hell? Oh. And to help you along with those, these are going to be 8 apiece, but these are thick books. They're in good condition. This is a collector's guide to magazine paper dolls. And it shows you nice pictures. You know, if you're into ripping up books and stuff, this probably be good for your scrapbooking or journaling. There's plenty of fashions and advertisements and all that stuff in here. Helps you identify some of them. Helps you identify all of them. Great, I just cracked the back on it. All right, well, still $8. There's some Cupid doll things in here. Anyway, it's a big, thick book. It's got full of advertisements and identification guide if you're interested. By Mary Young. Mary Young is a name I see a lot on paper doll identification. As a matter of fact, I've kept a couple of the books back. They were hardbound, the good books, right? So, but yeah, you interested in this? I'll do $5 on this book if you're interested. It's got a lot of the stuff in here from the 20s through the 50s. If you're interested in the book, that'll be number 11. For 5. I just do $5 on the books too, so what the hey. Let's see. Somebody marked something off. Collector's Guide to Paper Dolls by Mary Young. Again. But here's the front. Black and white. Plenty of I'm having problems with my hand. It cramps up sometimes and I can't bend my fingers. So, yeah, that's a thing. It's a very painful thing. List of paper doll published by the Southfield Publishing Company. Like I said, there's all kinds of, it's for identification. It shows Gone with the Wind stuff back here, stuff like that. If you're interested at all in the yellow cover paper dolls, that'll be number 8. And the last one in this series, I do believe. Yep. This one's called The Paper Doll, but a collector's guide with prices. So to clarify, 1982. So everything up to that point. But it shows you, just like the others, different pages and patterns that came from when and which, and identifies them for you. And some of them have prices on them. I think these would be good for scrapbooking, honestly. If you're interested in the beige paper doll book, that's number 7. 5, like all the others, 5. Okay, I got 2 more things. Paper doll. Well, they're not paper doll related. They're doll related. These are Kmart exclusive magazines, pamphlets. I have 2 of them. They are from Betsy McCall Magazine. They are both the same, so there's plenty to go around. But any ladies are interested in these, I'll do $3 on these, or both for 5. The lucky dog. The lucky dog advertisement in there. There's games. There's games in here. Nosy Nose. That's Betsy McCall's Wiener Schnitzel dog. Let's see. Oh my God. I call that a video game machine. But let me see if I got it. It says Kmart. Not for resale. Bunch of letters for Betsy. She put out a regular magazine. I mean, they were thicker. But this is a Kmart exclusive, so Dreamwear. What did I say this was? 1988. So that would have been the year the Kmart shut down out here. I have 2 of them. They're identical, $3 a piece, or both for 5. If that's something that tickles your fancy, that'll be number 3. Again, if you want one, just let me know. I only want one, or I'll take them both. Okay. On to new things. Oh wait. Oh, thought you could get away with. Did I bring out the old advertising? Oh yeah. Let me show you these 2 more since I did bring them out. Controversial, maybe, not to me, but looking for a date on this one, and I cannot find a date. Since it's a soft field, I'm going to say 70s. Yeah, Indian paper dolls. Here we go. Here's the guys on the back. Here's some garb. Some more garb. And yeah, 5 pages of garb. Now these aren't perforated. You have to cut these out. Looks like cheap gear there. Anyway, if you're interested at all in the Indian paper dolls, 5. They're all 5. Okay. That's number 1. And the last one I'm going to show you, I promise it's the last one. Okay, Linda. Gotcha. Old time advertising paper dolls. Now I've sold these kinds of things. I've shown them before. Shit, I might have sold them on here before. And they're very lucrative, especially when you can find them in good condition, which sometimes I do. But you know, these would be the paper dolls on the back of the coffee or some kind of medical quackery, you know, and pharmacists, the druggists, as they were called, or the apothecary, would put these things out every so often, and you know, it's advertising, get the kids to buy it, so parents have to buy it, kind of thing. But this is 1990, and this has got the old timey stuff in it. Old timey. So this is all turn of the century stuff, Victorian and Edwardian. And these are taken from the museum, as it says up here. And plenty of garb here. I can't see through the book, ladies. I don't know how well I'm doing with the show and tell. But yeah. Victorian stuff for little girls. Anyway, if you're interested in this one, it's 5. And that's going to be number 41. Got a little bit of a bend in it there, but nothing painful. I'm going to go through this. This looks like a lot of just different magazines and some. I'm thinking scrapbooking, journaling for this, but I really do need to go through it first. There might be something in there of value, although I highly doubt it. But what the heck, you know? Children's pages, Easter bunnies, and then there's Christmas stuff in here. Oh yeah, I was gonna show this to you as if you're interested at all in this old comic book, Corky Pig. There he is. I am unsure of its condition. Again, it's going to be $5. It's a 10-cent Dell, so it's got to have some age to it, honestly. Oh, opens from the top. Well, let's take a look at it, shall we? $19.54. Corky Pig, and it is falling apart, as you can see. But I'm still going to do 5 on it. So it's got the front and the back cover on it, even though there's a split right here down the spine. I do have, for Halloween things, say next week, I've got comic books from the 70s, the ones that say creepy or eerie, you know, the one that everybody goes gaga over, or comic guys do. I got some of those. Oh, okay. Because I buy paper dolls anytime I go to the doll auctions, or if I see paper dolls and they're in uncut condition, I buy them. I don't hesitate. Sometimes maybe I pay too much for them, but you know they come in a stack. I really don't want to reveal how much, but you know, let's see. Last Saturday I spent $140 on everything, and half of them were paper dolls. So, but I appreciate it very much, Linda. And we're gonna take care of your thing right now before I forget, because I will forget. Linda 5. Thank you very much for your purchase. Ow. Okay. On to something different. Here, you ladies want to see differently? If you're interested at all, I have this danger sign. Yeah, I know. Things you find at an auction house. There you go. Don't be swimming around here. I can put this out. There's a puddle out in the front yard that doesn't seem to ever go away. And it is double-sided. Honestly, I got this for, I was just going to spray paint it black and put a big arrow on it with the word sale on it, because, you know, this is weather safe. It's already got holes in it. You know, I put my garage sale sign up there, and this thing will last. So, don't dive into a pool. Don't swim alone. Don't use the pool if you've taken drugs or alcohol. Well, that's no fun. Don't run or try stunts. Don't have fun at the pool. Do keep non-swimmers in shallow water. Yeah. Do make sure that non-swimmers and minors are supervised by an adult. Uh-huh. Do lock pool gate and fence when pool is not used. Or jump the fence at night. I don't see anybody wanting something like this. It's just a weird thing. I find weird things sometimes, right? But if anybody's interested in that, you know, shoot me a reasonable offer, and you'll probably get it. There we go. Yeah, if you're interested in the pool gizmo, the pool sign, just put it in the comments below and say, hey, I want the pool sign, and shoot me an offer. We'll say $3. How's that? $3 on the pool sign. Okay. And I brought out some of these postcards. These are not your typical postcards. These are business postcards. I'm going to sell the whole stinking lot of them. These were up on eBay before I learned about how to ship these properly. Anyway, these are neat. These are all from the 20s, and they used them all the way up to like the 50s, honestly. But a lot of these are postmarked 20s, so that's how I'm basing it. Plus, what you see when they're advertised, you'll see. Such as this. There you go. The Africola Company. And you sign the back, send it away, and they will send you extract. So you can make your own cola. And it says Atlanta, Georgia. E. Lawrence and Company. You send away for a dozen. It looks like displays. So you can display your stuff at your business. Here's S. Rosenthal from X-Lax Manufacturing. Everybody knows X-Lax. But you can put down your flavor because they had flavor. Fig flavor, chocolated, chew form, dozen yums for headaches. Okay. But there's that. There's 3. I'm probably not going to go through all of these. Garden City Tailoring. William Cooper and Nephews. What are they giving away? Polvex flea powder and sponge away cleaning supplies. This is postage page, address, card, special offer. Albert and Wood, Fort and Trimble. What is this? Satin skin powder. Yeah, okay. I'm not rubbing that stuff on me. Let's see. Here's some more AK extract. That's the Cola Company, Africola. And they'll send you a 5-gallon keg of extract. Whoa. EC DeWitt. They got DeWitt's kidney and bladder pills. Codal dyspepsia tablets, Manzin pile remedy, and rheumatism pills. Artwall Paper Company in Chicago, Illinois. The Medine Girl. Now, I've looked into this. This is how you got your porn. Yeah. I had a few of these, and some of them sold. Here's the front. But, yeah. Showcar will use the same to our mutual advantage. And one of the others I had, it's in Woof. It's a really long word in Texas. Nacogdoches. I'm sorry. I know you people are pissed than I am. Andrew Hygienic Company. Here's another Medine Girl thing. And this one, like I said, is postmarked from Texas in 1921. So all these, I figure, of that. And the same with this one. This one's 1915. So American Snuff Company. You ever come across old feed sacks? Yes, I saw a whole bunch of them last year. I think I sold them to Horizon Picks. $5 a pop. Yeah, they sell those at auctions. You need to let me know like what you want. Do you want like farmland crops or do you want the coffee? I've seen feed sacks, do you want the shiny stuff or do you want the rough burlap? I come across them. Yep, most definitely. As a matter of fact, they're quite common at auctions and barn estates. Ernest Burger. This says Tampa Cuba Cigar Company. Yeah. Diamond Dies, craft relating. I've sold some diamond die stuff here before, advertising. Sherwin-Williams, just to let you know how old they are. Razor Company, little standing on the bottom there. Durham Duplex Razor Company, New York City, 1912. Coffee ones are neat, yeah. Yeah, the coffees don't show up so much, but I'm in the Midwest, so yeah, the corn, the crops, and the animal stuff sacks, they show up quite often. Chester Kent and Company, oh, I don't know. Foot powder. Yep. Yeah, I know. I said I wasn't going to read them all. The Anison Company. Yep, that's what they give away. Time is getting short. This order should be returned properly. Calendar order. Chattanooga Medicine. Wall calendars. There you go. Bromo Seltzer. I see a lot of Bromo Seltzer advertisements. I can locate those fairly easy, and shipping them next to nothing. You just throw them in a box. It weighs next to nothing. Let's see. Gentlemen, please furnish me with additional information. So it says Banker's Life and another AK company, Africola. You can look them up and they're in Wikipedia. Anyway, whole stack, $10. I have no idea how many are in here. I just read them all after I said I wasn't going to read them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21. Yep, selling all of them, $10. There's 21 of them in here, all from the 20s, teens, 20s, and probably 30s. So that's a 21, so that's less than 50 cents a piece. If there's only one that you want, let me know. Okay. Thank you very much, Patty. Yeah, I'm straightening up my eBay. I've been doing a lot of stuff. If you ever look at my store on eBay, which by the way is Big Bro Auctions, I've got all the cat things and it's laid out. Everything's categorized. I got the junk and the ephemera and the art and all that separated by categories. I've been working on it, and I'm gonna tighten up my store. And all this stuff is honestly old inventory, except for these things which I bought last weekend. Yeah. Uh, so a lot of this stuff I just don't want to sell anymore. Okay, I'm gonna throw that in over there. Yeah, like I said, this is brand new, sealed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 10 and a journal in here that has blank pages and pretty things on it. I can't take it out to show you because it's sealed. Here you go. If you're interested at all, I can do 15 on these. Half price books. Yep. if that's something that you're interested in, and that includes anybody on replay, that's cheaper than eBay by $10. Somebody else will say, "Oh, I saw it's cheaper." Yeah, look at the shipping. You know, ship it media mail. Media mail's dying, dead. Ground Advantage is honestly cheaper unless you go over 12 pounds. Then you might want to consider media mail. I'm trying to inform people on that. But if you want the poetry collection sealed, that'll be number 1 for 15. Okay, American Girl. Since I already showed this one, like I said, everything in here is in its box, and you can tell it's in its box by looking at the bottom. It'll say GYAD, which is girl. Damn. Well, it stands for the series of American Girl. Yeah, American Girl Today. Anyway, what we got in here is Sandy the dog. It is full, and this is the, there's 3 versions of this dog. This is the original dog. And he is cute with his purple little bandana. He is in gorgeous condition, has all the tags, and he's got a little voice box in here. However, since this is the first edition, the only way to change the battery is to undo the seam and put the battery in and do the seam up. And there's YouTube videos out there that show you how to do it without messing up the dog. But the later versions actually had access points, but this one does not, and that's how you know this is the original first edition dog. He is gorgeous. He's clean. You know, doesn't smell like dog. 15 in the box with the box. I got some other dogs here, so if Sandy the dog is something that you're interested for 15, that'll be number 40. Let's see. This, look at this big old flat thing. This is just a box for what's in the box. But this is a scenery for your dolls. And it's, here we go. This is a backdrop, a Christmas backdrop, and it's got a lot of sticky points on it. But there you go. About 2.5 feet tall. I'd say probably at least 3.5 feet wide. But, yeah, is Christmas related. Just set it up there and put your dolls up in front of it and have a good old time. And that is what that is. 2015. I suppose I could tell you that if you're interested in the backdrop, just put backdrop in the comments, whether they be replay or not. I'll do 10 on that. That is very thick cardboard, by the way. It is sturdy and will hold up to abuse very well. Let's see. In this box, I have the travel kennel. Contains 1 kennel, 1 blanket, and 1 set of stickers. Let's see if it does. Still packaged up, you see? Yeah, it's got everything. Here's the kennel. Little travel kennel. I could almost put a kitten in there. Here's the blanket. And everything's marked, pleasant, which means, it's older stuff if it's marked pleasant. Pleasantville, I think. And here's the stickers that come with it. So you can name your animal. Huh, looks like that heart came off there. It's probably floating around in the box somewhere. And the paper even says American Girl on it. So this is all, together. But if you're interested in the kennel doll, I will do the king. I just had the top. Andy. Yeah, I know. I've done very well with American Girl stuff. It's quality stuff. Even the furniture pieces. I mean, it's really over the top how they do things. I sold it was about that big and about that wide, but I sold, it's just a table that had folding flaps on it, right? I sold that for $100. So American Girl is like that. If you're interested in the kennel, number 38, travel kennel. Okay, this is a nice one. The original costs are on all the boxes, by the way. This is Egg Hunt with accessories, and it's Easter. Well, obviously. So I love this piece. I like this one. Anyway, comes with a little egg with a little bunny in it that's coming out of an egg. That's in there. This is known as Egg Hunt accessories. It's got all the original packing in it. All these do, okay? In it, you get little bunny ears to put on your animal because this is designed for an animal. Put little bunny ears on your dog or your cat. Here's that's where I've been putting this. But this is metal, and it's got pink grass in it. And there's a little bag in here, and inside I do believe are eggs. Yeah. I thought there were 3 eggs, maybe. No, just 2 eggs. But they both look like this. Oh, no, don't fall. So, marble. They're not marbles, they're plastic, but they're marbled. And there are 2 of them. So you can hide them around your house and never find them. That goes in the little thing, which is included. Like I said, you get the metal, tin. This thing is just gorgeous. Andy. All these little things in my hand. And the bunny ears for your dog, because there's only like 1 or 2 cats I've seen for American Girl. Yeah. All that, 15. These go for about uh, they go for about that price in there, 20, 25, and around Easter time you could probably get around 30 on these. But yeah, if you're interested at all in that American Girl with the egg hunt accessories and the ears, that's number 34. Let me show you a smaller one. Looks extremely small. And this is, yeah, I don't think it's that. No, it is that. There's two of these, and you have to look them up. There's two official websites that I use to identify these things, which you can do. But here, this is for, I forget, Andy, I forget which girl this one's for, but this is 2007. And yeah, here's a nice little gold purse. I believe it's gold. It might be silver. As you can see, whoop, and it comes with a little letter in it. As you can see, everything's marked American Girl, so this is all new stuff. This isn't used. I don't like selling used items unless they're old, right? Uh, these are supposed to be earrings, stick-on earrings. There you go. And in this really fancy box, see if I can get it open because it's a tight. You get chocolates. Looky there. Yeah, well, I've got you know, I couldn't buy the boys stuff. And if I did buy it, it would have been Star Wars. That's all they had there at the time. And I always have that on the back of my mind that most of the stuff is geared towards girls. That's just what I did. Anyway, so you get the chocolates, the purse, and the tiara, which has the Brett thing, so you can get it to stay. She has all of the jewels in it. Huh. Okay, thank you. This this one's a little pricey. I this one's actually expensive. I'll do 17 on this. I want to say 20, but I'll do 17 on this. I know it sounds like a lot, but everything's brand new in the box, in the original box. And this is like a $30 item on eBay. Go look it up. I have a couple of boy oriented paper dolls that I could bring out next week. What am I doing? I don't know. I got sidetracked just by speaking. Anyway, if you're interested in the chocolates and the purse and the tiara and all that, you're into that tiara was metal, by the way. That's not plastic. Um, that's number 12. If you're interested, that is 17. Here we go. Uh, sleepover bag. It's got all of its original paper. You can tell because the paper even says American Girl on it. Comes with this nifty pillow. They're all marked 2014. There we go. And here's is the sleeping bag. Will fit your girl in it. Just slide her in there. Yum, yum, yum. So, and here's the zipper. The zipper does go all the way around and down here as a sleeping bag should. And those appear to be flowers. And there's the design of that. And here's the design on the head pillow. And that's pretty much all that's in here. I'd be willing to do 12 on this. Put it back how I got it. Yeah. If you're interested in the sleepover sleeping bag, that's 12 bucks. That'll be number 14. Linda, I absolutely appreciate everything you're doing for. Please do not think that I do not, because I absolutely do. And this originally sold for 28 bucks. Whoa, we got here Chocolate Lab Puppy. Yes, yes, it is a Chocolate Lab Puppy. Oh, he's heavy. There's no. He's just a puppy. Okay, I'll stop. But there you go. And there's the official American Girl thing. He's gorgeous. Like I said, I some of these things they would come with little pamphlets, American Girl, you know, showing all the other accessories or girls. But I do not have those in this. But I don't think it matters much. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, all these were on eBay at one time, like I said. So, but I'm willing to let go of my American Girl because I'm sick of American Girl. I've sold a lot of American Girl stuff. And my niece was so happy that I was buying those things because she got American Girl stuff for cheap, cheap. Anyway, you know, the animals, 15. So if you want the Chocolate Lab puppy, it's 15. There's the official tag. Everything's marked. If you ever come across these, you want to know what, make sure the box matches what you got in here, which is something I have to do when I bring home a bunch of these, which I'm never going to do again. But, you know, the auctioneers or the estate people, they don't care. They just put stuff in boxes. So, all right, 15. If you want the Chocolate Lab puppy, that'll be number 15. What the? Oh, I got cramps. I appreciate it. And I like your kind words. And the last one I'm going to show tonight, Apricot Poodle Puppy. Come on, you. And a toy. It comes with and a toy. Trying to find the original price on this one. 28 bucks. Again, it's got the original paper. can tell because it says American Girl on the paper. And here he is. And he comes with a toy, which is right here and still in plastic, as you can see, with the official American Girl stuff on it. But he's a cutie patootie. There you go. Clean behind the ears. Nice and clean. I mean, I keep them in the box, right? So there's the official thing. Yep. They're all marked with a number. This one's BK, B8, Fox. Excuse me. You can go to, the official website. Like I said, there's two that I use. 2014. So that'll tell you if it's first generation or second generation because American Girl was smart. They made their stuff limited runs. And it was good quality stuff, still is. Good quality stuff. I don't know if this one speaks or not because there's no access point if he does. I don't think he does. I think he's just well made. Anyway, again, 15 on this poodle puppy with the toy. And as I stated before, everything I use in pirate ship and whatever they charge me is what I charge you. I don't make money off of shipping, but I got plenty of boxes if you want to do, if you're watching this on replay and you want to make an offer on everything or just 3 or 4 of everything, I think my prices are already reasonable. So, yeah, just reach out, contact me, hardworker107@gmail. It's a really old address because I used to work. That's number 16. If you're interested, as I said, 15. All the animals are going to be 15. And I know I have other American Girl stuff, but meh. Hey, Patty is still around. Your boys like baseball cards? I can throw you in some holographic baseball cards if your boys like that. 1996. It's got Barry Bonds in it. Anyway, that's what I got for tonight. I think it's more than enough. Next week, like I said, I'm going to be giving away the journal, which I'm going to leave right there so I don't forget. And I'll bring out some paper dolls that are geared towards boys. I know I've got a Western Comanche, Fort Apache kind of thing that's all paper dolls. And I've got a one that's Williamsburg. I don't know if that's necessarily boy stuff, but you can set it up and start shooting people off of it. That's what I do. Yeah, that's what I got. I want to thank everybody for your purchase, and even if you didn't purchase, thank you very much for showing up. It really does mean a lot to me. Choose to be anybody, anywhere, but you came here, and thank you very much. Yeah, that's it. You ladies have a nice night. I'll see you when I see you. Oh yeah, Linda, let me know when you want me to get your stuff together. It doesn't have to be right away, but when you're ready, okay? Just reach out to me on email. All right. Night, night.